Hey, it's Tabasco, the unsophisticated biker, and I got a little errand to run, so I figured you could come along with me. You might think it's unsafe to record and drive at the same time, but then again, I'm hands free. Really, the unsafest thing about driving in Florida in the wintertime is the people that live up north that don't ever drive the rest of the year because they're in the big city, but yet they think they can drive when they're down here, and they can't, by the way. Uh, but I just wanted to a couple of things to weigh in on the TikToky thing, looks like to me like it's going away because I don't see Trump saving it because, yeah, he did use the platform to reach out this time, but he's got True Social, so what does he care? And you know that his buddy over there at X doesn't give two diddly winks. But I think that the hypocrisy in that is that has been testified before Congress many times, including with Facebook, about the pressure that the government put on them to give up to spy on citizens. Actually, I mean, really, come down to is to use the algorithm to spy on everything. And yet, the reason why they banned TikTok was because they're afraid that the Chinese government would spy on American people. I mean, I'm not the only one who sees the hypocrisy, right? I mean, our in my opinion, our government is just full of hypocrisy. But and really, the only platform I'd probably get this kicked off of and banned is TikTok anyway, because I think it's probably the worst platform there is. The creator shop and the shop and the creator account and the this and the that. Man, it took me 6 freaking months to get all the crap in to be able to even look at my products online, which I only happened like last week, and then they'll probably get banned. Well, they are getting banned as of the 19th so far, but. I just feel bad for all the people that have built such a wide following there, and I did too. I spent a lot of time and money getting the followers up against my better judgment, but I did. Meta seems to be a really weird platform to connect on. I mean, I do have brand sites on all of them. I like Clapper. I don't quite understand it yet. You know, if anything, TikTok gave you the hope of being able to, oh, look at this guy, you can't see him, but they're going to pull right out and just, diddly wink, diddly wink, diddly wink. Get the, oh man. I want an air horn on this truck. I mean, I want a big air horn on this truck. I want to like shake the windows in the businesses when I go buy air horn, send people into shock waves, air horn. But, it's just the hypocrisy is just absurd. And then we got the drone situation, another one that's just ludicrous. That I mean, they don't even respect us anymore. The kind of bullshit that they lay on us, that we're supposed to believe that any country or anybody could just fly, I don't know, car-sized drones, over our cities, and they don't know who it is. I mean, how much you want to? Let's find all the guys that probably have been fined by the FCC for flying drones that they weren't, maybe they were too big or they were too high, or because over a certain size you have to get a license from the FCC to fly a drone, not the little hobby drones like I have, but the big ones. And yeah, let you or I fly one over our neighborhood and be it too big or too high near an airport and see what happens to us. They bring down hellfire on us, but yet somehow there's a dozen drones following this, following that. You know what? I don't know what to believe anymore, and neither do you, because intentionally they fill the airwaves with misinformation intentionally to lie to us. And that's the problem, is I don't ever remember the American people. In fact, it's not even written in the Constitution where we ever gave any elected official the right to lie to us or to withhold information. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in the Constitution. I think there's one section that through the executive branch that the president has some little bit of leverage on what they could deem as, say, national security, but that's not really inherently given by the Constitution. In fact, I would argue that the existence of the Constitution is to thwart exactly that. Is that so that our government can't, keep secrets and take advantage of us. And it's so far out of control. I mean, even the government doesn't even know what the government's doing, and that's just not from one hand talking to the other. I mean, there are plenty of testimonies about how there's a layer that even the president doesn't even can't control. In fact, again, this is reported. No, I don't. Well, I don't even care because it's going to be a race to see if I get thrown off TikTok before they get thrown out of the United States. But is that Bill Clinton had even was created a counterintelligence agency or division to try to dig into the deep state to find out who was this and that and the other. And I guess that Daddy Bush had said that basically told him to stop. And here's the thing, man. That situation with the United healthcare thing. It's a moral compass that we have that you and I probably have. That's like thinking, we want to take somebody's life. It really have to be a valid, a really good reason. And see, they don't have that moral compass at all, because I think that my personal opinion is they made that moral compass. They made that up. And that's just my opinion. It doesn't have to be true. I don't know, again, what's true, what's not. But I feel like that they set a moral standard that they don't abide by because they know that they made it up. And they did it with things like, indoctrination and different types of religions and invented things. I'm not saying God's not real. There got to be, I would think. I mean, it has to be a creator of the universe. I don't know much about all that religious stuff because the thing is, it's been so diluted from the original, happenings, and you hear so many different things. I guess we'll only find out once we're gone. But I have my own spiritual beliefs. But I think that they don't have that moral compass because I'd like ask yourself what happened to JFK and RFK and Malcolm and Jr. and hell, even Abraham Lincoln for that matter. I mean, just think about who doesn't want people in power, and the thing is they don't have that moral compass. So they don't, to us, it seems like a big thing that United Healthcare thing happened. But I'm not by any means trying to promote violence whatsoever. I'm just saying, and so women are willing to do tremendously egregious things in the name of righteousness, they're always going to win. That's just the way it is. And the hypocrisy and the ownership. I mean, they own the United States injustice system, which is the judicial branch of the government. So they always find themselves not guilty. It's a fox watching the hen house. But this is your Thursday morning commentary for my ride over to the bane of my existence currently, which is a 50 foot bus that leaks more than a Titanic. But yeah, so I don't know, man. You tell me, but none of us really know, and we hear a lot. But I can say this about the drones. They want to blame China. I've already heard them say, "Oh, it could be China, and it could be Russia, it could be this, that." Well, I mean, don't we pay you guys to know that stuff? Isn't that sort of important? If they're having dozens and dozens, all I can reflect back to, and again, don't know these right, but Dr. Stephen Greer, who has a lot of history, I mean, like 40 years worth of history, in special operations for the government, and he was a whistleblower and had been involved in Roswell stuff clear all the way through, and it seems to be a legit person. I don't know. I mean, hell, but he's already called this scenario, man. He already called it. He said they're going to do this. They're going to fake. His biggest fear is that they're going to fake an invasion by UFOs or ETs or whoever, so that they can enact like martial law, or it would be a unifying scenario, blah blah blah. And literally he called it at the beginning of this year. He said this guy's in the know. I mean, he knows a lot of stuff to be afraid of. When he was asked what he's the most afraid of, that was what he said. That's some scary shit. And all of a sudden we got these, and they're going to float stories out there, people that sound like they're legit, on either side. They're going to say, well, these drones are having baby drones, and these little drones now are flying, and we don't know where they're coming. And 15 of them came out of the oceans. Well, they've already floated the story that, with the UAP conference that they've confirmed extraterrestrial life in the oceans and blah, blah, blah. You know what? I mean, probably. Why wouldn't there be? I mean, who knows? Because I've never doubted the fact that they exist, but it's been awful quiet as far as them sending drones. I mean, I think they have a better technology. In fact, we know they have a better technology than the flying drones. And then the other night, that one went down in I think New Jersey. A guy was outside and he said, there's police everywhere. He said, yeah, a drone went down. He goes, but they're saying, stay in your houses. You must stay in your houses. It's like martial law, lockdown. Oh, go fuck yourself. Lock down yourself, you fucking motherfuckers. Here's the thing. I don't know who the hell these people think they are. I don't know who you are. If you're in that, you work for the government or the law enforcement or whoever. I mean, what do you get out of it, man? I mean, I've been asking this question, but nobody seems to be able to answer. What do you get out of this? You ain't making no real money, and they sure as hell ain't got room for you in their bunker unless you got an apartment, in the 4 mile tunnel or whatever the hell it is, or 40 mile tunnels they got under the mountains or wherever the hell they're supposed to be. But and even the FBI, ABC, CDBQs, and all them is like I said, even the people that work at Google who are taking the truth off the internet. What do you get out of this, man? Seriously, do they threaten your families, or are you just doing this because you think you're somebody? I mean, if you're perpetrating evil on the American people by hiding truths, and like the chemtrail pilots, there was a video last week that showed. Guy finally got a really good close-up with one of them Canon lenses, and it's a United States Air Force plane. And he said, gotcha, and it's just blasting out chemtrails. I mean, look, I get it, to an extent, duty, loyalty, especially in the military. But I mean, don't your family have to live on this planet too? I mean, I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I probably never will, and that's why they're winning, because we don't understand it, because we have a moral compass and they don't. But I don't know. I guess we'll see how it plays out. But what a weird time to have been alive. I mean, we're talking hundreds of years have gone by. Our great-grandparents didn't know shit from Shinola. They just plowed the fields and did whatever the hell they did, I guess. And everything just seemed to chug along. Unfortunately, I fear that they were just feeding the evil machine and didn't even know it. This whole awakening thing is kind of bothersome, to be honest with you, because ignorance is bliss. But here I am at the happy campground, and I got to get to work. So hope y'all just keep it real.